How's it going, guys? I know it usually takes a couple seconds for me to be officially live, so let me know if you can see me, if you can hear me. So far, I'm seeing all your messages here. Hello to E.T. Hello to Nino. Hello to John. Paul Listener, welcome. Well, this is a little bit different of an environment than the last 4 months of my trip, where it has been plus 30 to plus 40, sweat beating down my face. Today's a little bit more manageable, where I think it's about maybe 18 right now. Yesterday it was even a little bit cooler. But as already stated in the title of this live stream, I am currently in Dilijan, which is in the northeastern or north central sort of part of Armenia. This is known as the Switzerland of Armenia, just because we are kind of in these mountainous, well, you can't really see it behind me, but there's mountains and hills here. So it's got a lot of like cobblestone streets, these wooden sort of lodges, and kind of similar to Switzerland, you could say. Hello to Jeff from the UK. We've got Ukraine dude. Oh, we got another YouTuber here, Mulvey. Thank you so much for coming out, fellow travel YouTuber. We got Bob from Florida. And I believe we had a super chat from Larry before the live stream even began. So a big thank you to Larry. And then I'm just seeing one here from Shigeru. Thank you so much. Hello, my dear friend Alina. I am so glad to see your fantastic smile. I wish you have a fantastic stay in Armenia and share with us your fabulous experiences there from Tokyo, Japan. Well, thank you so much to Shigeru for coming out. I know you have an early morning tomorrow, so thank you so much for coming out. Hope you have a good sleep and a fabulous trip tomorrow. Oh, we got Gediminas here. Thank you for coming out. We got Steve from North Carolina. Amazing. Thank you guys for coming out. So what I'm hoping to do today, it's a bit of a tricky place to live stream from, being honest, just because this area really is best explored if you have a car or take taxis everywhere. So I'm going to try and cover the main places to give you guys an idea of the area by foot, but just keep in mind that there really is, a lot more to this area if you have a car or just get like taxis. Just want to give a quick shout out to my friend Svetlana. Привет, привет. Thank you for coming out, girl. Good to see you. Trevor from Denmark, welcome. And we got Winton from the Netherlands. Very cool. All right, guys. So let's get the show on the road. Can you guess what is behind me? What could this be? Please comment down below what this structure is. Let me just flip the camera here for you so you get a better view. Oh, while I have it on me though, big thank you to Marco Wolf. Thank you so much. Hello from Slovenia. Hope you are doing great, Marco. Thank you so much for coming out as always. Let's see here. All right, guys, I'm going to flip it here. Interesting sort of thing, right? I don't think it joins at the top. Let's actually walk around this thing. And it's kind of in the middle of nowhere. There's like a little farm thing over here. But, oh yeah, no, it is kind of joined there. So, I think one person already got it right. But, let's see here. Garik got it right. It is a Soviet memorial. Where have we seen thousands of these here in the area? So yes, this is a sort of anniversary monument to 50 years of the Soviet Union here in Armenia, and also I think it's kind of like a friendship sort of monument to Georgia, Azerbaijan, and all those kinds of countries as well. So that's what this is. Oh, thank you so much to Svetlana. I thought it was Lenin, but it's not. No, not this time around. I don't think I've seen any Lenin statues here so far. I assume they would have built some at some point, as with every other Soviet country, but, you know, many places have torn them down. Though I'll say Armenia definitely has had a lot of Soviet statues still standing. It's just I don't know if there's any of Lenin. So any Armenians in the comments, please let me know. Is there Lenin statues that are left here? Oh, hello to David from Port Townsend, Washington State. Amazing. Oh, Elaine from real Switzerland. Yes, I'm sure the real Switzerland is a little bit different, you could say. Amazing. Georgie from the UK. Hello. Amjad from Canada, fellow Canuck. Hello. All right, guys. So let's get started because I'm going to be climbing some hills today. I actually did like such a hardcore workout a few days ago and I'm still so sore. And then yesterday I did this whole route planning where I was going to go. So I already know I'm going to be like sore by the end of this. Aw, thank you so much to John. Thank you for coming out. Thanks for your card that arrived yesterday. Well, thank you for the super chat, John, and all of your support. I do have my Patreon postcard for anybody interested in supporting my channel. I have all these different tiers, and my $25 tier, you get postcards from places like Dilijan, Armenia. I think I am probably going to send one from here before I go. So we shall see. Oh, we got my friend Shifa. Hello. Lovely to see you looking healthy and surrounded by nature. Thank you so much, lovely. Yeah, it is a beautiful place. You can definitely feel the difference in the air. I slept like a baby last night, and it's just nice to, you know, kind of slow down and not be in a city. And it's good for the soul. Good for the soul. So let me flip the camera here. Say goodbye to our Soviet monument. Paka, paka. Oh, and yes, Mitos, I have stumbled, whoa, I almost tripped. I have stumbled upon the sculptural cameo of the film Minimo yet. We will actually be going to see it fairly soon here, though I haven't seen the film. I have like 3 Soviet movies that I know super well, and the others maybe I've seen, but I don't really know super well. Actually, let's go down here. Let me actually name my Soviet films for you guys. Ironia Судьба, which would be number 1, classic New Year's film. Служебный роман, same lead actor who is fabulous. Can't remember his name off the top of my head. And then Бриллиантовая рука, the diamond arm. Those are my 3 favorite Soviet films. Let me know which ones are your favorites, guys. Maybe I will get around to watching more Soviet films at some point. So where we are right now is kind of the lower central hub of Dilijan. We just have to go across the street this way. Let me just see here. Oh, thank you. The guy stopped because he saw the cops. So yeah, this is the lower central hub of Dilijan, and we are going to climb the hills and actually go to the top part where they have like City Hall and everything like that. But as I mentioned earlier, this is actually a fairly spaced out sort of town, even though it has a population of only about 20,000, I believe it is. But it is a very popular tourist sort of town year-round. So my guest house is actually down this street, a good 30-40 minute walk. So where we'll be going today is up here into the hills, and there's plenty of guest houses that even wrap like over here, over there. Like It really is all over the place, but this is the sort of central hub where there are some like really good restaurants, and there's actually a little lake up here. So I'll show you guys as much as I can. Oh my God, stop it. Why? Thank you everyone for commenting your favorite Soviet films. I appreciate it. Oh my God. Really have to watch the traffic here. Somebody just commented, I heard Armenia is good for hitchhiking. Obviously, I haven't personally done it, but I would say after being here about a month and just, you know, seeing how safe it is, I could definitely see that it probably would be okay if that was your thing. So, just to show you guys, this is the Soviet statue, the Minimo, the one Mitos was talking about. And as I said, I haven't watched the film, but apparently these are the characters from the film. And if you rub their noses or hands or whatever, I think, you know, it's considered to be good luck or something like that. So that's one of the little attractions of the city. I don't know what's happening here. So yeah, that's one of the things. This restaurant I literally just went to, I got a hachapuri and a beer. It was very tasty. Oh, I think I missed a super chat from Yevgeny. Спасибо большое. Thank you very much. Thank you for coming out. Yes, Ukraine dude, stop honking at Alina, please. I hate it. I hate when, well, it's mainly guys. I don't think women do this, but I hate when people like rev their motors or like unnecessarily beep. Like, unless you're in an accident and about to crash into somebody, there is no good reason to ever honk your horn, and especially to honk at an attractive lady. Like, it's just douchebaggery 100%. So yes, I agree, Ukraine dude. Another thing to mention here, I can flip the camera, is what Dilijan is known for is a lot of handicrafts. So this is just one of the places where they sell some local sort of souvenirs. So that's another awesome thing to check out. Let's go across here. And you know what's actually amazing is that while I have been here in Armenia, I have been extremely surprised by just how many tourists there are in all the places that I've been. Like even in Yerevan, you'd see like busloads of tourists, mainly from Russia, of course, but other places as well. And like that monastery that I went to, Gegard and Garni, like that was just packed with tourists. And then here in Dilijan too, it feels like there's quite a bit of tourism. So having been traveling through COVID, you know, the past while, it is just surprising to see things so busy. But this is one of the lakes, just like a little man-made one, obviously, but really beautiful view. And I love this cafe. This cafe is called Number 2. I was here earlier as well today. I had a nice cup of coffee and some cheesecake, and it's a beautiful place to just sit out above the water. And yeah, initially I was going to take you guys actually around the whole lake, but I think we probably should start up on, you know, climbing that thing or whatever, because I want to show you guys the view or whatever is kind of the last part of the video, and I want to get there before it gets dark. Oh, we got 2 super chats from my friend Alex. Thank you so much. We're just over half was into 2021. Top things you want to finish, start, accomplish before 2022. Thank you so much, Alex. Thank you so much for coming out as always. But that's a good question. Top things I want to finish, start, or accomplish before 2022. Well, I guess the biggest thing that I'm kind of like processing in my mind and trying to gather information on. I think I've mentioned this a little bit before, but I'm considering, you know, possibly getting residence in another country, just so I'm not paying like 30% tax in Canada when I'm not living there, you know. I think it would just make more sense. So I'm just in the process of seeing what my options are, making sure, you know, I do everything legally. Obviously, I would be paying taxes in whichever country I choose, and I kind of have to, you know, see what the requirements are, if I have to spend a certain amount of time in the country, if I, you know, have to have a permanent place, all that kind of stuff. So I guess that's kind of at the top of my list for the end of 2021, is even if I don't pick a residency this year, I at least want to have a good idea of what my options are, you know, how I go about that process, just educating myself in that regard, because that's a whole new territory for me. So thank you so much, Alex. Great question. I saw another super chat here from Ramel. Stay safe and God bless. Thank you so much, Ramel. Same to you. Thank you for coming out. Oh, to Jim, thank you for coming out as well. Spas asks, will you go to Georgia? Let me just go over here while I answer that question. So Georgia was next on my list, but it looks like my mom, who lives in Canada, is getting time off from work at the end of August, and she wants to go to Ukraine. So, you know, that's the first priority, to go see her and obviously go see my family in Ukraine. So I think I might actually be going to Ukraine next at the end of August to see all of my family, and then possibly after that, if it's not too cold, maybe I'll go to Georgia then, because I feel like if I go to Georgia, you know, I want to spend at least a month or two there. So let me flip the camera here, guys, and give you a nice view from this perspective. I think there's tourists from India here. There's a whole bunch of tourists here today. Oh, thank you, Mario. Now I'm motivated to go to Ukraine because of you. That makes me happy. Yeah, this is absolutely beautiful. Would highly recommend you guys come to Dilijan. I'm happy that I'm doing the live stream today and that we have fairly nice weather, because I'm on the fence if I'm going to do a full video from here. Just because there's supposed to be rain in the next few days, and that's not ideal for filming. And I have some other work stuff I have to get done before moving on to my next place. So at the very least, I'm happy that I'm going to have a live stream from this area, because if you guys come to Armenia and are in the north, this would definitely be worth a stop. We've got Piva. Who in the comments can read Cyrillic? It's a beer house, and Armenia actually has a lot of really interesting beer, like locally made beer and stuff. Darget would be my top choice for you guys. Oh no, not the copywritten music. So yeah. All right, let's cross the street here. Oh, how nice. Oh, спасибо. All right. How nice. So yeah, there's a lot of cute little cafes over here, and we are going to start climbing the hills to get to the top. Oh, super chats. Thank you so much. From Malta Network Resources. Try Malta as your residence. You will have less tax. Interesting. I haven't actually looked into what Malta had available. There's just so many. I mean, the thing at the end of the day is I'm not going to get a residency at, you know, a super expensive buy-in price. There's plenty of residences you can get, but either you need to basically spend the whole year there, buy a property, or sometimes it's like a residency by investment, which to, you know, most of the EU is at least 100K. But I'm not really interested in the EU as much as Eastern Europe, of course, because I find that Eastern Europe is going to have lower taxes, which is the main reason of why I am doing this. So, but I will consider Malta. So thank you so much. And then we had another one from Richard. Thanks for providing such valuable information. You are most welcome, Richard. Thank you for coming out and supporting the channel. Oh, thank you for coming out, Michael. Oh, weird. Michael says, sent you a super chat, but did not appear. Hope you get it. A great live stream you are doing. Thank you so much, Michael. Yeah, for some reason it does not come up on my end. But thank you, as always, for your support. I really, really appreciate it and hope you're doing good. Yeah. Okay, let me flip here. All right. So we got this cute little trail that we are going to walk up. And as we get higher and higher, we'll get a really beautiful view of this area. Aditya just asked, is the Armenia tourist visa easy to get? So I think a lot of places, basically other than Canada, in the Western world can get here without a visa. It's just, you know, visa free for 3 months, I believe. But for Canadians, for whatever reason, we have to get an e-visa, and thankfully it's not too difficult. Basically, you just fill out your information online, and you can just wait 3 days, and then they send you a confirmation whether you're accepted or not. So that's what I had to do, and I think I paid about $40. So really depends where you are from. I actually don't know what this fountain is. Something about 1948 to 1949 with a Soviet symbol. Anybody have any ideas? Because I think World War II was what, 1941 to 1945 or 6, so I don't think it's World War II. Or am I totally out to lunch? Interesting fountain though. Yeah, let's go up this way. There's a really cool restaurant up here, and it's a bit of a shortcut to where we eventually need to go. Try and not trip. Oh, I think I missed a super chat. Sorry about that. You guys got to keep me accountable here, because sometimes I'm looking elsewhere and then I miss it and it doesn't show up after. Спасибо большое для Дмитрия, Алина. Прекрасно провести время. Спасибо вам большое, Дмитрий. Очень приятно, и да, надеемся. Why do I look so weird? Okay, there, my face looked weird. Yeah, I think it's going to be a really great time here in the mountains. И я тоже поеду в Янковен. Это даже глубоче в горы. Значит, надеемся, будет хорошая поездка. Спасибо вам большое. Let's see here. What the heck? Sorry guys, give me 1 sec here. All right, just making sure I'm caught up on everything. So up here is a cute little coffee stop, and then a really good Armenian restaurant. I tried to go there yesterday and there was a huge lineup of people, so I haven't gone yet. Maybe tomorrow I will be able to go there. Just to give you guys a reference of prices. Oh, here's the restaurant. Prices here in Armenia. A cup of coffee, if you go to like a nicer place, let's say, is usually going to be like $2, something like that, 2 Canadian, so maybe $1.50 American. A meal at a place like this, which is kind of mid-range to higher end, would maybe be about Let's just do US because it's easier. 10 USD, something like that. Oh, I missed a super chat. Thank you for letting me know. Who did I miss? Could you guys write the name? Oh, yes, I see it. Thank you so much. Thank you, you guys. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Jim. Always interesting content, Alina. Thanks for the Thailand postcards. You are most welcome, Jim. Thank you so much for supporting my channel. And yeah, I think most people got all the cards from Bangkok now. If you guys are in my Patreon club and like for whatever reason, you know, it's been at least a month, let's say, since the last place I was supposed to send you postcards, like always, please let me know. Because sometimes, you know, it is just a little mistake or something with the address and, you know, we can correct it as quickly as possible. But I think so far everybody in my postcard club has been getting them, though sometimes it literally has taken a month and a half. Like, I don't know what it is of like snail mail to the nth degree. The mail system can be so extremely slow for regular mail, it's crazy. Awesome. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for catching that. All right, onwards and literal upwards. Going up these stairs. Oh, actually regret putting a jacket on, but it's so hard to tell with the weather, you know, it's like if you stop moving, you get cold, but when you are hiking stairs, then you get really hot. But anyways, I digress. First world problems. Let's just go around this way because there's some cute hotels and cafes up here. It's just nice to be out in the forest, basically. Very different compared to the beaches of Thailand. Even very different from Yerevan. Whoa, that is an old truck. Amazing how some of these vehicles are still running. What's interesting actually is how much the climate and you know, the topography, the, you know, regions in Armenia really range. Because, you know, even just from here, from the Yerevan to the north is like a world of difference. And so I'm really wondering, what is the south going to be like? I'm probably going to be in the south in about 3 weeks or something like that. So it's going to be interesting to see the differences. Let's flip here. Baklava Hotel and Restaurant. Looks very pretty. We got Hotel Seno, some kind of cafe. And then there is a wine bar and cafe over here as well. Super cute. All right. Gonna get in a workout today. Oh, we got somebody from Hamilton, Ontario. Amazing. We got New Jersey, USA. Alejandro, thank you so much. Okay, yeah, I think somebody asked me, what did I do before YouTube? Well, I mean, I did lots of things, but I was basically pursuing film, being an actor for basically the last 10 years or so. I worked as both a model and an actor in Japan for a long time, and then when I moved to Canada in Toronto, that was my main pursuit there. But unfortunately, I really didn't make any money to actually make it a sustainable career there. So after about 7 years of frustration, thankfully YouTube began to pick up and I decided to just make that my full-time thing. So alongside being a waitress to make ends meet or whatever, that was my main sort of pursuit. So what we have over here is the Dilijan Local Lore Museum and Gallery. Since I just got here yesterday, I have not gone in here yet, but maybe I will at some point. It's supposed to be an interesting sort of historical museum. And then there's this other sort of sculptures I'll show you in just a sec here, right beside it. See here. You see this? This is an interesting looking museum. I don't even know how they can twist the trees into these sorts of shapes. Home Museum. I think this is the folklore one. Maybe any locals can comment, but I think that's what this one is. Very cool though. There's actually supposed to be an area of Dilijan that has some kind of unique twisted sort of trees. If you guys watched my Saskatchewan video from 2 years ago, does anybody remember the crooked bush just out of Hafford? Those crazy like winding trees that they think aliens, created. This kind of reminds me of that, but very cool. Atul asks, when will you be back to the prairies? Good question. Well, I can tell you that unless there's some kind of emergency, I am not going back this winter like I did this past winter when it's freaking minus 35, minus 40 right in time for my arrival. No, like I've had enough of that. I'm hoping, as I said, to see my mom in Ukraine at the end of August. And then I'm trying to have my dad come out at least for a couple weeks and meet me somewhere abroad. So while of course I'd love to, see all of my friends in Canada, I just feel like we'd have a better time if I came in a season when it wasn't freezing cold outside. So I think I will probably go back to Canada maybe like late spring, summertime of 2022, because I really don't see the point of coming back when it's just miserable outside. Oh, I see a super chat from World of Rajiv Sen. Thank you so much. You should explore Bali and Dubai when you can. Take care, Alina. Thank you so much, Rajiv. Yeah, I've been to Dubai airport. I haven't actually been to Dubai. I would love to do that. And Bali is definitely on my list. But unfortunately, like all of Southeast Asia right now is basically closed. So we'll see when that opens up again. But at this point in time, it's not really an option. Oh, thank you so much to Jim Ross. Was surprised to see you in a jacket. Yeah, me too. It's probably warmer in Alberta than where you are. Don't think I've seen you strutting in less than heat stroke weather since you left Canada. True enough, Jim. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's weird. It's like I'm not sad that it's not that hot anymore and stuff, but it's still that kind of temperature where it's like 1 second you're hot, the next second you're cold. So it's just all over the place. But thank you so much, Jim. Oh, and I see my friend Lane Slowski here in the chat. Thanks so much for coming out, girl. Albania 2022. Yes, exactly. Lane and I are thinking of doing Eastern Europe together next summer, which would be so fun. Hopefully we can make it happen. It'd be so amazing. Let me just flip the camera here, guys, because this little building is really cool. It's like an agro-food eco shop, so they call it. So basically all the food here is, homegrown, local, in the area. If you follow me on Instagram, I had posted this morning that I had the most phenomenal breakfast. Like, it was so good. And, for my guest house stay and breakfast, I'm basically paying 20 USD. It's 25 Canadian, but 20 USD. And it was like incredible. The food alone is worth $20. But yeah, just because a lot of people have their own gardens here, any kind of eggs or dairy is all from here. So there's a lot of little shops like this where you can get fresh cheese and butter. The butter is literally out of this world. So that's another benefit of coming to this area. And really cool design with the buildings too. Like, I like this sort of wooden carved designs. Very cool. A few things are still in construction, of course. Having said that, I think once they kind of get the construction all good to go, this place will look amazing. Golden Boy said you're coming to Albania in 2022. Yes, I mean, that's one of the places that me and my friend Lane would like to go, because both of us have actually been, but Lane didn't spend as much time as she would have liked there, and I went in kind of the colder season. So if we could go to Albania when it's warmer and see more stuff, that would be absolutely perfect. So we'll see. We'll see if I'll go to Albania next year. This is a cute little place. Salon Voodoo Art gallery and souvenirs. Very cute. Garshki pots. Ooh, I love that door. That is so pretty. There is a restaurant just up ahead here where I went yesterday and had a steak dinner. I can't remember the last time I had a proper steak. So after a very long travel day yesterday, I treated myself to a very good meal, and it was quite a nice restaurant. I think, yeah, it's called Dilijan, like wine cellar. So that would be a recommendation if you guys come here. This is a cute little cafe. Very nice. Oh, but you guys want to know something weird? On the topic of coffee and random reference to Albania. In Albania was, out of all the countries that I've been, every single place I went, I literally think every place I went, had phenomenal coffee. Like without a doubt, just like $1 or $2 per cup, always like excellent, whether you got an Americano, cappuccino, whatever. Here in Armenia, it's been very hit and miss. In Yerevan, if you go to some of the nicer places, absolutely no problem. Amazing coffee here as well. It's been better. But in Gyumri, I swear to God, every single place I went didn't know how to make a cappuccino. I think I went to 7 or 8 places and then I just gave up, because every single place, it just felt like they took regular coffee and just put like a splash of milk and a little bit of like sugar in there or something like that. Like no foam, no nothing. I don't think it was even proper espresso. It was like horrendous coffee. First world problems, but just letting you guys know, if you go to Gyumri, do not get cappuccinos. Americanos, if you go to the right place, were not bad, but the cappuccinos absolutely everywhere I went were terrible. And I just don't know how that's possible. Like so many other things in Gyumri were great, but cappuccinos, they just had no idea what the heck they were doing. Oh, we got a super chat from Michael. Thank you so much. Enjoying this a lot. Make sure you got both super chats from me today. The first one didn't show up. I don't know why. Well, thank you so much, Michael. Yeah, this one I see for $5, but the other one I don't think came through, or at least it doesn't show on my end. But thank you so much for both of them. I really appreciate it. And yeah, I think it's just YouTube sometimes has issues and stuff, so hopefully it gets cleared up another time. Hope you're doing good. So here we are, guys, at the first sort of lookout point that I wanted to show you. How gorgeous is this? Just up in the mountains. There's our 50 anniversary Soviet statue there in the distance. And down here is really cool. I think this is one of the most popular hotels, guest houses in the area. I think it's called just Old Dilijan. We can check once I'm at the front of it. But yeah, this place has been here for quite a while, has a really beautiful view. And I think, yeah, Old Center Hotel Dilijan. I think these two are like linked and stuff. Just a really beautiful building, but there is definitely a difference in price. Like I said, my guest house, which is like very local, there's not even, you know, a sign to say that it's a guest house. I just found it on booking.com, which is basically $20 US. But this place, I remember looking at it, was about 70 or 80. So even though it's super nice, I was like, that's a bit much. And considering that the next place that I'm going to after Dilijan, I have splurged because it is a very unique place where I'm going to stay. I think you guys will really enjoying seeing that. I decided to just like save some money here and stay at a less expensive place, which I'm still very happy with. But yeah, if you guys wanted one of the nicer sort of places in the central hub of the city, I think this place, considering it's, you know, one of the most well-known and has lots of good reviews, would also be a very good option. David asks, is the coffee in Armenia Arabica or Robusta? They have both. I have actually literally seen bags of coffee with either Arabica or Robusta or a blend of both. Nice. Similar view, but look at this. How nice is this? This is a very unique kind of carving that you can see all over Armenia. As I've mentioned in prior videos, Armenia was the first country to have Christianity be the state religion. So there are a lot of really beautiful old monasteries all over the country. And you can see these sorts of stone sculptures, usually beside the churches. Yeah, I'll just give you guys a quick close-up shot just because it is so beautiful. I would have no idea how to make something like this. One sec here, guys. Well, I think we got a fire or a barbecue going over there. Shashliki. No, Shannon, I cannot unfortunately read any of the Armenian alphabet. It is definitely, you know, I think something you have to study for quite a long time. Very different from Russian, obviously. So unfortunately, I cannot understand nor read Armenian. But how nice is this, right? Whiskey asks, I want to live in Dilijan. Any idea on how much homes there cost? Unfortunately, no. I haven't really looked into that, but I have seen like some for sale and rent signs. So there's definitely, I think, options for you. But how much they would cost, I don't for sure know. I would assume that, you know, if you were staying here at least a month, you know, if you were looking at rent, it definitely would be under $1,000 a month. But as far as buying, I sadly can't give you a for sure sort of estimate. Any locals that do know, please comment down below. Jay Murray asks, do you scout out your video walk beforehand? Yes, I do. This is what I was doing yesterday. This is a cute little shop. They sell lots of like stones that they find in this area and that they turn into jewelry. Very cute little shop. Yes, so I scout out where I'm going to go beforehand. I try and read up as much as I can on like things to see and do, different kind of, you know, facts to give you guys. So as soon as I got in yesterday, I basically started thinking of where we should go and decided on this trek. So I hope you guys like it. Oh, I see a super chat from Jim. Once again, thank you so much. Armies and Alina travel on their stomachs, but Alina adds the proper cappuccino to her maps. Armenia seems to be a unique mix of traditional and modern coexisting together. Yes, absolutely. That's a great way to kind of summarize it, because Armenia, you know, is one of the oldest civilizations where they have found people living in the whole world. And there's definitely quite a few remnants left from those times. But alongside that, there's obviously, oh, so annoying. There's a lot of modern architecture that is being built, mainly in Yerevan. And, you know, as globalization has its effects on basically all places, Armenia has that as well. So, yeah. Let's see here. But thank you once again, Jim. Really appreciate it. Just making sure I have read everything, guys. Yes. All right, perfect. Yeah, so where I'm taking you right now is kind of to the modern center of the city, you could say. It's where they have their city hall and where they also have, oh, I guess I could show you this. One second, guys. We will be going to the main center, but I forgot that there's this sort of, I don't know what you want to call it. It's like a seating pavilion. I guess they could, you know, put on shows here, since there like is a stage at the top there. Forgot about this place. I wonder if in non-COVID times, or I mean maybe even now when, I don't know, maybe I'm not aware of, they have shows that they put on this stage, and you can kind of sit in the audience here, all made out of stone. Very pretty. Amphitheater, yes, thank you, Jay Murray, that's the word. That's the word. Oh, I think I missed 2 super chats. Sorry about that. Martin, thank you so much. Thanks for showing us great views. Is Dilijan a good base for day trips? Well, thank you, first of all, Martin. Well, day trips, you mean if you stay in Dilijan and then go other places? I assume that's what you meant. I would say yes. Overall, yes. Like if you wanted to go even more to the northeast part, because there's a lot of beautiful nature, lots of beautiful hikes in that area, definitely this would probably be a better base than some of the other smaller towns. This would probably be the biggest right in this area. And just south of here is basically Savan, Lake Savan. That's like literally one of the main tourist attractions in Armenia. So up to you if you wanted to stay here and just take a day trip to Savan, which is like a 40-minute car ride away, or if you wanted to stay in Savan and then do a day trip to Dilijan. Kind of up to you. Depends if you want to be more up in the mountains or if you want to be by the lake. I'll be going to Savan after I do my very unique nature staycation, you could say, which I'm doing next. So both fantastic options. So thank you so much for the super chat. And we had one other one here from B, or no, wait, did we have 2? One sec. No, there. Yes, from BP. Thank you so much. Sorry for the off topic. I was just watching your live from Varna. Have you all also visited Burgas? And if yes, do you have any impressions from there? Thank you so much. No, I did not get to Burgas, unfortunately. But just off the top of my head, I think the travel YouTuber duo Dabble in Travel, if I'm not mistaken, did a whole video on Burgas. I think it was them that I saw do a video on that area, so they might have some you know, good insights for you, because unfortunately I myself did not get there, but definitely a lot to see in Bulgaria. Thank you so much, guys. Oh, another Martin. Thank you so much. Hi, how are you, Alina? Thank you so much, Martin. I am doing great. A little bit out of breath from walking and hiking at the same time, but all in all, very good. Let me flip the camera here, as we are now kind of getting into the more central part of the city. Oh, my dad's here. Gordon McLeod, the big G, is in the house. Thanks for coming out, Dad. I don't know what you were trying to type. I think you sent it too early because all you sent was a P. Hope you're doing good. I'll give you a call after I finish up here. Everybody say hi to my dad. His name's Gordon. We got some older houses here, under construction there. Oh, look at that old, I think that's a Lada, if I'm not mistaken, old Lada car. Oh, Shigeru, thank you so much. I really enjoyed your live stream. It flew by so quickly. I gotta go to bed now, unfortunately. Stay safe and have fun. Thank you so much, Shigeru. Thank you for coming out. Please get to bed. I don't want you to feel like crap tomorrow. Thank you so much for coming out. Bye, bye, bye. Thank you once again. Oh, you guys are very sweet. Oh, we got a little fruit and veggie market over here. As I mentioned before, my God, the produce is so good here. It is so good. And it's so inexpensive. I was literally having this conversation with someone earlier from what I had posted on my Instagram, saying how, isn't it funny how in Western, let's get across the street here, Western, you know, rich countries, just judging by GDP kind of standards, it's the healthy food that is so expensive, and the bad for you junk food is so cheap. And here in these not so, you know, rich countries, if you want to call them that, they have phenomenal healthy food, and it is the least expensive. And the food that's like super processed and not the best for you is so much more expensive. So it's like the exact opposite. And I think it's much better to have the healthy food be less expensive and the bad for you food be more expensive. That would definitely help deter people from eating stuff they shouldn't, in my opinion. We got another beautiful fountain. As I showed to you guys in Yerevan, all across Armenia, there are like drinking fountains everywhere because they have incredibly clean and safe water. So it's really just so nice that they have that all over the place, where it's like clean drinking water for everybody. And yes, live music. Well, no, not live music. I think it's actually, I don't know, some kind of jukebox or something playing it. I don't know. I don't know where it's coming from. That's the library, actually, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Very nice music. And this is nice. Yesterday when I came by here, the fountains were not working, but today it looks like they are. Very pretty. Yerevan, as you guys saw in my live stream from there, has so many fountains, my God. Oh, it's so cute. Let's see here. This building is closed. I don't know what this was. Oh, why is it so smoky? Where is that coming from? Something is burning. There's a big supermarket over here in the basement. I went here yesterday. Very nice. Hayda asks, any plans for coming to Vancouver right now? It's so beautiful. Unfortunately, no. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be coming to Canada until next spring or summer, but all of BC is like on my list. I've been to obviously a few places like Vancouver multiple times. I've been to Whistler twice. Me and my mom kind of did a BC sort of road trip, BC and Alberta, but there's so much of BC that I still really want to see. So Vancouver will definitely be, you know, the place I fly into, but all of BC is on the list, absolutely. Let's see here, guys. Flip here. Got another supermarket over here. Lots of cute little stores here. Oh, just a random thing I just thought of for anybody who is thinking of coming to Armenia. Definitely worthwhile to get a SIM card. VivaCell is one option for you, MTS, but the one I got is Beeline. And so far, I would highly recommend. I got their biggest, most expensive package of 30 gigabytes unlimited talk and text for a month for about 18 Canadian dollars, something like that. But you can get packages with like 10 gigs for like, I think it was like $7 or $8, like super inexpensive. So, I would highly recommend if you come to Armenia and are going to be here for more than a few days, it's definitely worthwhile to get a SIM card. Let's see, I'm going to go across the street. This right in front, I think, is City Hall, if I'm not mistaken. Dilijan City Hall. Nice building. And then over here on this side, yeah, what's the name? Tumo Center for the Creative Technologies. I think this is the place that I was reading about where it's kind of like an art school, obviously, but they also do a lot of like handicrafts in there as well. There was some kind of shop, I think, that was super famous, so another place worth checking out. Aw, did my lovely friend Lane Slowski send me another super chat? Thank you so much, girl. All right, friend, I got a jet to spin class. Enjoy the rest of your live and have a crappy coffee on me. Thank you so much, lovely. Thank you for coming out, for supporting me. I really appreciate it. And thankfully the coffee is better here. It was in Gyumri where it was like horrible. So hopefully I'll have a good cup of coffee on your donation. Thank you and have a lovely spin class. Let me flip here, guys. Let me see here. These buildings over here, I think, are just regular apartments. I don't think they're like tourist sort of places. So yeah, I guess if you did want to actually live in Dilijan and you wanted an apartment, this is the kind of places that you would be looking at, because the majority of, you know, larger sort of houses are usually guest houses. But there's definitely, you know, a few apartment buildings if that's the kind of real estate that you were interested in. Fabulous. All right, guys, so let's head a little bit further down, and I probably will be finishing off the live stream within the next 10 minutes or so. How I wanted to end it was just a really beautiful lookout of the city, because to keep going down this road, it is mainly just like guest houses and stuff, and I could like walk for another hour. So it's like, as I said before, it's ideal to have a car in this area, but for whatever reason, like, I don't know what it is in this part of the world. Maybe somebody can give me some insight. Even looking at like rental cars in Ukraine or in Tbilisi and Georgia and here, it's like, it's so expensive to rent a car for a day. Like, some prices even more expensive than in Canada. And I'm like, am I looking in the wrong places? But literally everywhere I go, like any car rental site I go to, it's all extremely expensive. And I'm really hesitant to, you know, if let's say like that was a car dealership and it just said like car for rent, you know, I'm a little bit hesitant to just take a random car from not an actual organization, just a private, you know, seller. I'm a little bit hesitant to do that, even though I assume that would be less expensive. But literally every time I go on Expedia or wherever, it's like $60 a day minimum, like Canadian dollars, so 50 American. And I think that's just very expensive. In Bulgaria, it was already, you know, a little bit more than I wanted to pay. I was paying about 25, 30 Canadian dollars per day. And then, you know, once you add gas and all that kind of stuff, like, I'm not going to spend $60 a day to rent a car. Like, I can literally pay somebody here to drive me around and it'll cost less. So I don't know if there's something I'm missing or what it is. Oh my gosh. Daryl, Jesus. That is so generous. Thank you so much. Oh my God. You guys are too kind. Thank you so much for coming out, Daryl, as always. Hope you are having a fabulous day. And even though I could get basically 2 days of car rental with that money, I feel like it's better left to, you know, get something else. It's like I'm paying 25 Canadian dollars a night for a phenomenal breakfast and a place to sleep at night. Why in the world would I pay almost like triple that for a car rental each day and gas? Like, it's outrageous. So it really sucks, because I wish I could have my own vehicle. It would make getting around much easier, but I can't justify spending that much money for that. But thank you so much, Daryl. As always, thank you so much. Hope you're having a fabulous day. And also a big thank you to Rahul. Thank you so much. Amazing live stream from Dilijan. Definitely on my list. Congrats on 120K subs. Thank you so much, Rahul. You are too kind. And yeah, I literally hit 120, I think, like a couple hours before my stream. So feel like that's a good, you know, new benchmark. It was just in April that I hit 100K. So basically in 3 months, I've now gotten 20 more K. So about, you know, 7,000 subscribers a month. So very grateful for that. I think my goal is, I think my goal would be to hit at least 150K by the end of the year. Of course, 200 would be phenomenal, but, you know, I'm trying to be a bit more realistic. You know, 5,000-6,000 a month is still, like, you know, very good growth for a channel my size. So we'll see. We'll see how this year goes. Ukrainian perspective. Veronika, привет. Привет, дорогая. Maybe they think you would live in the car. Yeah, like, my God, that's like my budget for the whole day. So I'd basically have to sleep in the car, drive in the car. It would be absolutely ridiculous. So we'll see. Oh, hello. Alex here from Reportify Media. Thank you so much for coming out. You guys should definitely check out Alex's channel, because he's about to move to a very exciting location. Thanks for coming out, Alex. Oh, we got somebody from Montreal. Arthur, amazing. That's great. All right, guys, let me flip the camera here and we'll keep on going. We got about, I think, 5 minutes till we kind of reach the spot that I found yesterday that had a pretty nice view. All the best sort of views, you know, are even like up higher, but that would take me like another 40 minutes to an hour to get up there, and I just can't. I've been walking so much these past few days that my legs just can't do 40, 50K in a day as they used to. I need to take more breaks. Although tomorrow I'm actually going to be hiking to some of the monasteries that they have here in the area, if the weather is, of course, good. So yeah, if you do come here, there's a lot of hiking trails straight out of the city center or just off of the outskirts of the city as well. Oh. This is actually over here a famous hotel as well, fairly large. I think it's kind of like a spa resort, because this area is actually known as a spa resort, this area. But I don't know if I would recommend kind of being in this area because that's not close to the center or anything. But nice hotel. Haida asks, have you been in Turkey? It's a beautiful country. Yes, I was in Turkey when? End of 2019. Yeah, right after the Russia trip, I went to Turkey. So unfortunately, I wasn't there for that long. I was actually visiting someone there, and it was more of just like a spending time with people sort of trip. So I didn't get to see, you know, nearly as much as I would if I was going there to shoot content. But I did film a video for Istanbul, for Pamukkale, which is a very cool place. And then also, what was my third video? Oh, Cappadocia? My mind isn't thinking right now, the place with the hot air balloons. But sadly, I went in the winter, so there were no hot air balloons. So yeah, I had 3 videos from Turkey, and mainly the Western Front. So definitely need to go back sometime. All right, guys. I don't know if this is the exact point that I wanted, but let me give you a quick view. We'll go a little bit farther after this one, but this is a nice view of that hotel as well. The surrounding area, everything's so green and lush. And yeah, see, as you can see, this is a great sort of area to walk down as well. Like if you did just want to have a nice long walk with an amazing panorama, like I don't think it gets much better, right? Like this is just beautiful. And as I mentioned before, like Armenia is very safe. I haven't had really any issues here. So whether you're a lady traveling by herself, or you know, a family, or just a guy as well, you know, guys can have safety issues traveling by themselves as well. I think you'd be fairly safe in Armenia, so definitely a good option that's kind of off the beaten track, so to say. All right, I think this is actually it, guys. I think, yeah, this was right around the area that I thought I would stop. But as you can see, there's a lot of, you know, old beautiful houses here. You're in the middle of the mountains. It's not so hot. I see my good friend Zhenya in the chat. Привет из Tokyo. Привет, дорогая. Thank you for coming out. So many lovely people here today. But yeah, I think we're gonna call it a day here, guys. After all my last live streams being basically 2 hours, I know it might feel a little bit weird for me to stop at an hour and 10, but I still feel like we covered quite a few different parts of the city, and like, to be honest, there's really no point of me continuing to go up there because it's not like there's any more town center as far as I know. It's kind of just, you know, road, and it's not as open and the view isn't as good up there. So I hope you guys enjoyed the live stream here in Dilijan. I think I saw a super chat here from Jim once again. Thank you so much. Your content is in depth and not the usual tourist trap spots. Thank you. Your personality is engaging. This combination is why your channel will continue to grow. Enjoy. Thank you so much, Jim. I really appreciate that. And I think, you know, even though I'm sure my channel will evolve, and, you know, I'll do different kinds of content if I feel inspired by it, but I think if I had to pick a sort of niche for my channel, or what my mission statement sort of is, I think it is exactly that, where I'd like to show places that maybe don't get talked about that much, that especially for a North American audience isn't the usual type of places to visit, because I think like it should be more so. Like, they're not that complicated to travel to, even if you just, you know, speak English. It's surprising how many people in these parts actually speak very good English, and they have a lot to offer, and you're getting a lot of bang for your buck, and you can also, you know, tell others about places that they might not know anything about. Everybody's heard of Paris, everybody's heard of London, both worth going to, but I don't feel like it's that, you know, out there or that adventurous of a destination in comparison to Dilijan, Armenia, you know. Sure, it's not as fancy, but it's also definitely worth seeing, and I hope that, you know, anybody who does like the look of it chooses to come check it out for themselves. So thank you all so much for coming. Thank you to David for the super chat. Hey Alina, it was great to see your live once again. Thank you for coming out, David. Thank you for supporting. And yeah, thank you to all of you guys for coming out. I really appreciate it. And I'm gonna have a really good, well, I think it's a good video coming out tomorrow about Gyumri, which I spent basically like 2 weeks in and shot a lot of content in that area. That's where I went on the Soviet swing set, the Soviet amusement park. So that's going to come out tomorrow, basically at this same time. So I hope you guys will enjoy that video. Just to answer these two super chats here. David, thank you once again. Just curious, what happened to your Bangkok live? I mean, I did a Bangkok live when I first got there. That was my 100K live stream. But yeah, I didn't do another one after that because it was too hot. I think I mentioned in the, where was I? Well, yeah, when I did my Phuket live stream that I was not going to do another Bangkok one because it was just too hot. Like, to wear a mask in like plus 40 humidity heat and walk around Bangkok for 2 hours, no, like I can't. It's too much. So if that's the one you're referring to, that's what happened with that. And then Mr. Beaker, thank you so much. Thank you for the super chat and coming out. But yeah, thank you guys so much. Hope you are having a fantastic evening, and I will probably have the next live stream from Lake Savan, which is the top tourist place outside of Yerevan here in Armenia. So that's probably going to be in about 2 weeks. So I will see you guys then. Lots of content in the meantime. Hope you have a fabulous morning, afternoon, evening. Sending you guys so much love. Bye bye.